With desirable rate drops happening over the last couple of weeks, we've had a lot of talk about refinancing. Stay with me, and I'll tell you if I think it's a good idea.
You better get fired up.
Guys, happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. Today, we're going to talk about refinancing, right? Let's start with what is refinancing. Refinancing is taking your current loan, completely paying it off, and starting a new loan, right? That's the idea of a refinance. Is loan A is gone and there's a new loan, loan B. You're essentially reapplying for a new loan. I think a lot of people think you're reworking terms of loan A and now you've got a modified loan A, and that's just not true. It's a new loan, completely new. And I don't know how many more times I can say that. It's a new loan. So when you go into it, you've still got to apply. You've got to have decent credit and income and everything else. But you can also go to different lenders. So if you're with Wells Fargo, you can go talk to somebody else, some non-Wells Fargo bank, right? You can talk to a local lender. You can talk to a bigger lender. You can talk to anybody you want. And you should be looking at different terms, right? Yes, your rate matters, but the amount that you pay to get it done also matters. There are fees associated with refinancing. And generally speaking, and I'm kind of giving away the answer to the test right now. When you go to refinance, the big question is, well, I shouldn't say that. There's two things you're generally looking to do. There's a million exceptions to this, but generally speaking, you're either looking to get cash out of the equity of your home and you want to use it for whatever reason, right? Or what you're trying to do is better the terms of your mortgage. So if you've got a 3% rate, and right now rates are at 7%, I don't know what they're at, but they're probably somewhere around 7%. It is not going to get better. You might be able to get cash out, which is awesome, but your terms are going to make that loan, the overall appeal of it worse, right? You're not leveling up your loan. You're leveling down your loan in order to get cash. So are there situations where you would, in a worse rate environment, do a refinance? Absolutely. If you need cash, that might be something that you would consider. Now, there's other options as well. So don't think I'm promoting you do that. What I'm promoting is you pull together all your options, you look at the pros and cons of all of them, you run your math, get rid of your emotions, and you do the thing that makes the most sense, right? But in a better rate environment, a lot of times it makes sense to refinance because your terms are going to be better and you're going to save money over the life of the loan. For example, if your rate was 7% and now rates are at 3%, you could refinance that loan, and now loan B, the new loan, has a 3% rate. Yes, you got to pay some fees for that to happen. So then what happens is your lender, the person who is talking about this refinance with you, should be giving you what's called a break-even point. So they're going to say, hey, because all these fees up front that you've got to pay, you're going to be out money. You're going to be down money for X amount of months. But once you hit month X, whatever month that is, now you're going to break even because of the savings on the rate. You'll have received enough back in savings to make up for the fees that you paid. And then from here on out, you'll be up money, right? So if you're simply looking at it from that point of view, how to better your loan, and you're not so worried about getting cash out, then the question is, what is that break-even point? And am I going to live in the house at least that long, right? So up front, whatever you've got, let's say it's $4,000 in fees, and I'm completely making this up, but let's say it's $4,000 in fees. And let's say with the new rate, you're saving $400 every single month. Okay, that's 10 months is your break-even point. If you're saving $200 a month and your fees are $4,000, 20 months is your break-even point. So now once you know that break-even point, let's say it's 2.5 years, the question you ask yourself is, am I going to be here for 2.5 years? If I am, let's do it. And the savings I get every single month will more than make up for the fees I pay. Plus everything after that is icing on the cake, right? But if you're saying, well, I really would like to refinance, but I'm only going to live here for a year, and the break-even point, according to the lender, is 2.5 years in this example, then I would say no. From a financial standpoint only, that is not something you want to do. I bring this up because I think a lot of people overthink it, or maybe they haven't been exposed to it. They've never done it before. They don't know how it works. It's not as challenging as it sounds. It's literally, hey, we're going to charge you some fees to redo a loan. and you doing the math to say, hey, either it makes sense or it doesn't, with the exception being you might need cash and take worse terms anyway, right? Is it ideal? No. Would I promote it? Well, it would depend upon the situation you're in, but in most situations, no. I'm pretty fiscally conservative. I'm a big fan of saving your money and putting yourself in a better and better and better financial positions. But life happens, so it really depends. But I would say if you're in a situation where you really need cash, or the interest rate that you have on your mortgage is even rumored to be better, go check it out. A lender's going to tell you, hey, here's where rates are. Here's how much money you would save. Here's how long it would take. And then you either say, yeah, it makes sense, or no, it doesn't. But at the end of the day, you're only giving yourself an opportunity for success, right? You can't fail at this stuff. Worst case scenario, you see that the math doesn't crunch out and you stay with what you have. But guys, there you go. There is the gist or the simplicity of a refi. If you've got any questions or if you've got future ideas for videos, let me know in the comments and we'd be happy to do that. Other than that, I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your week. Take care.